Hello, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Please ensure to like, share, and subscribe. And also click the bell notification in the top right-hand corner to be made aware anytime I upload tutorials or videos to YouTube. All right, let's craft together. Hey guys, today we're going to talk about rhinestone fonts. So, um, one of the places that I like to go to purchase my fonts when I'm getting ready to do a rhinestone template is the rhinestoneworld.com. And this is a really great website. They have all of everything that you need to do rhinestones, okay, or crafting. So what I do is I'll come here and I'll look for fonts. And when you click on fonts, it's going to give you all different types. So they got featured fonts, they got true type fonts, decoration fonts, rhinestone fonts, and font packs. Okay, so we're going to take a look at the rhinestone fonts. So your rhinestone fonts, they give you some headings here. You have alphabet fonts, number fonts, block fonts, handwriting fonts, modern fonts, script fonts, shot by color count, and shot by SS10 font height. Okay, so just depending on what your needs are, you can kind of narrow it down here. So if we wanted something a little bit more modern, you could just click on modern fonts, and it's going to give you all of the modern fonts here. And then there's the pricing, okay? So don't freak out about the pricing because you want to go with a font that you can use on a variety of different crafting projects. So, you know, you don't want to get a font that is going to be a one and done because that's pointless. So you want to get something that's a little bit more useful for you so that you don't feel the blow of paying $24 for a font. Okay. So you could go out here and you can narrow your search if you want to start out. These are the newest modern fonts, but if you want to filter that by low to high based on your budget, then you can come here and it's going to start out at the lowest price and go up from there. When you click on these, so here's one. So when you click on these, it's going to give you your information for that particular font. So you can see what the fonts are going to look like. And you see some of the letters are larger than others or stick out more than others. But the sizing is 2.7 by 8.5 for this particular circus word that they have listed here. It's telling you how much money you save if you purchase this font now. You can add it to your cart and then go from there. Okay. So this is, like I said, a really great place to come and look for fonts that you can purchase and start creating your own templates. If you don't have a way to create a rhinestone template, then one of the things you could do is come to this website and utilize the fonts that they have out here. Because once you purchase them, they're yours. You can use them however and whenever you choose. You can make all different types of signs and words and stuff like that for your t-shirts and things. So what we're going to do is there is one font on here, and I think it's called Clean Stone. Let me just take a look here. Okay, so they have this one here that's called the TRW Clean Stone, and it's free. So if you want to kind of practice before you go out and invest in any of these, then I would highly recommend that you get the TRW Clean Stone. Now, I've already downloaded this font and I have it for me to use. Once you download this font, to your computer, if you're already logged into Cricut Design Space working on a project, you're going to have to click view and reload. I would highly recommend you save your project before you do that, but you're going to have to view and reload or refresh. I think it is refresh Yeah, reload, I'm sorry, view and reload in order for that font to be available for you in Cricut Design Space. Okay. If you don't have Cricut open and then you open Cricut, the font should automatically be there. Just one moment. All right, guys. So I'm going to click on this just to see how far I can get, just to show you how to install a font. So you would come here and you would click on this TRW clean slate. You want to make sure that it says price 0. And then you just click add to cart. Okay. Once you click on add to cart, your cart is going to be here. You can go there and click on where you see the 1, and then you're going to proceed to checkout. And you're going to put your information in at the very bottom. You always want to, not bottom, but here on the right side, just double check that it says 0. Don't let all these numbers freak you out, but it's $0. And you just want to check out. And then you're going to get an email with the details about that font. But you could also just get it from here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back one here. Give me 1 second. And I'm going to go to my account here and log in. And then that particular font is going to actually show up. Hold on 1 second. See where I got all my stuff at. Okay, my orders. And here's that font that I just downloaded. So I'm going to say view download. And then I'm going to click on download. It's going to do, if you've ever had to zip a file before, unzip a file before, it goes through that same process. So it's going to be down here in the bottom left-hand corner. We're going to click on that. It's going to come up on your screen just like this. And you're going to click install. Now, I got an error message because I already downloaded this font, but it's going to install this font onto my computer. Now, at this point, guys, you can use this font in anything but Cricut Design Space. If you want to use it in Cricut Design Space, so I'm going to show you here. If you want to use this font in Cricut Design Space, like right now I have Cricut Design Space open, but I don't have anything on my canvas. So what I'm going to do is click on View and Reload. When I reload, that's just like a refresh, and it's going to give me the ability to use any fonts that I have installed on my computer, but have not uploaded to Cricut Design Space. If you do not do View Reload, you will not have access to that font. Okay, so now I can go here and I can type in some text. And then I'm going to go and locate that font. Now, when you first click on the fonts, it's going to give you only Cricut fonts. So you want to move over one to system, okay, because this font is on your system. This is not a Cricut font. So you're going to type in TRW and search. So let me see here. Here's the TRW Clean Stone, that free font. I'm going to click on that. And there it is. Okay. Now, depending on what, like if I wanted to do a SS10 size font, what I would do, and I'm going to duplicate this so you'll be able to see the difference. Right now, this file of Candoris is at 6.486 by 2.514, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on it and I'm going to change it to SS10 size rhinestones, okay? So the first thing you want to do is come down to the bottom right and click on weld. You're going to weld it together. Going to take a minute because we're dealing with all these little dots. All right, now we have it welded together. Once we weld it, we're going to come back down to the bottom right and click on contour. Now, when this comes up, what we're going to do is we're going to hide all contours. And the reason we're going to hide all contours is because we just need one of those dots that we can change the size to an SS10 rhinestone, which is 0.135, okay? So again, when you're working with rhinestones, sometimes your computer is going to take a minute because you're dealing with a whole bunch of little dots. So just be patient. Sure, it'll be done here in just a moment. All right, so here we have it. So we're going to come down to the bottom right and click on hide all contours. And it should only leave just one dot, which is that top one. It's going to leave that one displaying and everything else should go away. We're going to click off of it. And I don't know why it did that, but it did. So now you have just that one dot, right? So you want to go ahead and change it from the 0.091 to 0.091. We're going to unlock our proportions by clicking that little lock. And we're going to type in 0.135 and tab, and you should get 0.135. You want that for the width and the height, and then you can go back and lock your proportions. Now you're going to come back down to your little dot, and we're going to go back to contour. And again, just be patient. It's going to take a minute because you have all of those little bitty dots. And this time what we're going to do is we're going to click on show all contours. And what will happen is all of those little dots will now be the size of 0.135 by 0.135 now, which will be your SS10 size rhinestone. So we're going to give it a minute here for it to finish doing all its thinking. And we're going to come down to the bottom right and click on show all contours and then X out. Now you have Candora's for SS10. You can see it's much bigger than what we started out. So now our sizing is at 9.596 by 2.234. That is the size that it would be when you put this on a shirt or whatever you're going to put it on, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and delete this. And now we are ready to rock and roll on making this or transferring this over to a shirt. So the first thing we're going to do is click on Make It. Okay, and I always bring it down just a smidge like that. And then you don't have to mirror this or anything. You're just going to click on Continue. And I'm using sticky flock, but I have a magic flock setting that I've created. So I'm going to click on Browse All Material. And I'm going to type in magic. And this is my magic flock test material that I created. And I'm just going to show you guys here. What settings I have it on, just in case you would like to set one up. So on my Magic Flock test, I'm going to scroll down here. It is in alphabetical order. So I'm going to come down to the Magic Flock test, which is here. I have it set at 350 and for it to cut twice using the fine point blade. Now I will tell you that when I cut, it cuts out on perfectly with the 350 2 times. It cuts out perfectly, okay? So that's what I set up as my Magic Flock because the 302 times did not cut through for me. So instead of changing the original setting here, I just created my own of 350 instead of 300. So that's the only difference, but it does cut through perfectly at 350, okay? So I'm going to go back and click on browse all materials. There is a sticky flock setting in here, guys, that Cricut has created. I have tried it and it does not cut out for some reason. And so I use the Magic Flock test that I just showed you. I use that on both sticky and magic, okay? So now we got our Magic Flock and we're ready to put our Magic Flock in and start our cutting, okay? So I'm going to come up on screen here. I do not change the pressure here. Like I said, it cuts perfectly on that first go round with the settings that I have without having to use default. All right, so I'm going to come up on screen and we'll finish this together. All right, guys, so first I want to start out by saying it's my birthday. Yes, October 12th. I'm 58 years young. It's my birthday. All right, so I have the sticky flock here, and I've actually just cut down a piece because you don't need a full sheet to do this. And what we're going to do is I'm going to place this. You always want to remove this white background or white paper backing before you put it onto your mat. So you want sticky to sticky, sticky to sticky, meaning sticky on top of your mat, okay? So I'm going to line this up onto my purple mat here, just like that, okay? And then we're going to go ahead and I'm going to try to turn this around, and I hope it doesn't stop you guys from being able to hear me because sometimes my computer can be a little finicky. So I'm going to bring this over. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to load my Cricut Maker. I've already put it on the Magic Flock setting that I created. And we're going to get it to go in and start cutting for us. Now with this rhinestone template, you also have to have a transfer sheet. This is going to pick up the rhinestones off of the mat or off of the sticky flock. Once you put your rhinestones down, you need something to be able to put down on top of it to pull the rhinestones up from your template without them moving and going all over the place. So this is what we're going to be using. And once I get this cut out, then I'll cut across here down to size so that because I won't need this entire sheet. I normally go to Amazon and purchase my beads from Beadland. So there's plenty of places, even the Rhinestone World, you can get your rhinestones from. But Beadland is who I've been using the most to get my rhinestones from. Now I'm going to be putting this on a blue shirt. So I think I'm going to go with a lighter color rather than the dark colors. I think I'm going to use this kind of yellow goldish color. That might be pretty. Let me just see if I got something else I might want to use instead of that. because again, it is going on a blue shirt. Oh, these might be pretty. Those are kind of pretty too. I don't know if you guys probably can't get the real gist of the color from there. But I also have these. I think I'm going to use these. Yep. I think I'm going to use those. All right. So we're going to let this cut. It's at 23%. I'm going to pause you so that you don't have to wait with me through the entire thing. But once I get ready to unload this, then I will bring you back. We'll unload together and finish up our rhinestone design. Okay? All right, guys, it just finished cutting. I'm going to go ahead and unload. And I can see that everything has cut perfectly. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to pull this up from our mat. And I am going to rub this down, see if I can get some of them to stay down without coming up. Let me use my brayer. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to have to go in and punch some of these that it actually cut all the way through, but it did not stick down to my mat. So I'm just going to take this paintbrush here, kind of help me out a little bit to remove them. And I'm going to go ahead and get these off, and then I'll come right back and we'll add our rhinestones. All right, guys, I poked out all of the little dots now, so you can see the full thing is now done. Okay, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it on cardstock. I just like to use cardstock because, you know, I just take a little piece of cardstock and plop it down on there. And that way, anytime I want to put Kindorus on a shirt or whatever, I already have my template already made. Okay, so you want to make sure that's on there nice and good. I'm going to cut this down some here. So that's why I like to keep extra scraps of cardstock around. And you're going to end up with something like this with all those little dots. All right, so we're now going to take this and we're going to put our rhinestones in. One second. Last time I used this, I put some DTF powder on here. So I'm going to move that out of my way so I don't end up with DTF powder in my rhinestones. All right, so we're going to take and put our rhinestone template down, and then we're going to take our rhinestones. Now, the good thing about purchasing rhinestone templates on Etsy is they're going to tell you how many rhinestones you're going to need. When we're creating this ourselves, we don't know. So we're just going to put these on here and hope for the best that we have enough rhinestones to cover up everything to make my name. But we'll see. All right, so you're going to put your rhinestones down. And then you're going to take your rhinestone brush and you're just going to kind of go like in a circular motion to kind of cover up everything. Some people go in a circular motion. I've seen some people just go straight. Whatever works for you, then that's what I highly recommend. I just kind of play around with it until, you know, I get my desired results. So I'm just brushing the rhinestones in. And you always want to make sure none of them are doubled up or turned upside down. They do need to be laying flat on the sticky side, okay? And be careful because any false move will cause your rhinestones to pop up, and you don't want that to happen. All righty, so it looks like I got most of them in. I'm going to double check my work. When I say double check your work, you're making sure that you don't have any rhinestones in places they shouldn't be, and you're making sure that all of the rhinestones are going in the direction that they should be. And so I can see that I am missing like 3 rhinestones. I'm just going to take a couple of rhinestones and put them on the top and then brush again. And when you have the right size holes for your rhinestones, they should brush in really easy, guys. Really easy. All right, so I'm going to try to hold this up as best I can so that you can see. So you can see now, there is my name, Candoris. And all of the rhinestones are going in the right direction. We don't have any of them doubled up or anything, and they're all going on the right side. Okay? So what we're going to do now is I'm going to cut a piece of this transfer tape and get it to where I can pick up my rhinestones off of this template. So I'm just moving all these extra rhinestones out of my way so that I don't pick them up by accident. Okay. So moving all the extra rhinestones out of my way, and then I'll pour those back into the bag. So this is how you can make your own words out of the rhinestones. You can also go and Google all the different rhinestone sizes, like the 8s, the 6, so on and so forth, and it'll tell you how big your hole should be depending on what size rhinestones you have. Okay, so I'm using SS10 and my holes are 0.135. All right, so we're now going to take this and we're going to cut off a piece that's large enough to pick up our design for us. So I'm going to go about here. And then I'm going to come across about there. All right, so I'm going to cut this out large enough to pick up my rhinestones. Remember, I said I wouldn't need the full sheet, so I'll be able to use this other part for another design. And again, you don't want to do a lot of moving around and picking up and stuff like that, because if this shifts, then you have to start brushing again. Now, I will tell you that I got my kit, my rhinestone kit. I got this from Amazon, and I got it with I think it was a Magic Flop kit. But I will put this bundled kit in the description. So it'll be in the description where I got the kit from. And it came with your brush and a whole bunch of different tools that you can actually use. And I absolutely love it. Okay. So I will link that in the description. All right, we're going to peel off the clear side, just like that. And we're going to now take this and put it down. You want to kind of put it in the center and go outward. And then just press down. If you noticed any of your rhinestones shift, just use your fingers to kind of push them back up into place. But now I will be able to pick this up with no problem because now I have put my transfer sheet on top, okay? So we are halfway there, guys. All we have to do now is take this to the heat press and press it on. So I'm going to have you to join me at the heat press and we'll finish this out. We have started, we went into the Rhinestone World website and we are using a free font, which is called Clean Stone. I showed you how to download it to your computer and then how to upload it into Cricut Design Space. We've walked through the process on the settings that I use for my Magic Flock test. Again, I have tried the sticky flock settings in Cricut Design Space and they did not cut through for me. So that's why I bumped mine up to what I showed you. You saw me walk through that process. Now you see where I've laid all my rhinestones in and now we're ready to press. All right, so join me at the press so we can finish our project. All right, guys, here we are at the heat press. I have placed my design down onto my t-shirt and I'm going to press this at 335 for 15 seconds. I had one of my rhinestones to try to shift on me because my finger touched it. Just pushing it back into place. So 335 for 15 seconds, medium pressure. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to go ahead and cut the press off. And we're going to go ahead and peel. And there you have it. All nice and pretty and done. And so I have now shown you how to go in and do a template using the Clean Stone rhinestone from the Rhinestone World for free. And now you can make your own templates without having to purchase off of Etsy if you're just trying to make like a logo or words or something on a t-shirt. Again, I press this at 335 for 15 seconds. And as you guys can see, my birthday queen, I am in love with doing rhinestones. In love, in love, in love. So I wanted to show you how to do it from beginning to end. Practice with the free font first. And then I would say, you know, purchase one that you know will be a hot commodity, something that others will want, you know, you to put something on a shirt for them. And that way it will be well worth the buy or the purchase. Okay. All right, guys, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. I will again link the place where I got my bundled kit to do rhinestones. I'll place that in the description. I'll also link the Rhinestone World font in there as well so that you can get to that easily. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I wanted to share that with you guys, give you something from me to you on my birthday. All right, October 12th, that's me. All right, guys, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. And you know my motto is each one reach one so that each one can teach one. And you guys have a great day. Bye.